What's good, everyone, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we are reacting to Food Theory. Grubhub lore exists. It's weirder than you thought. I don't think I heard of Grubhub. If I have, then I completely forgot it ever existed. That is probably the most likely choice, so, yeah, I'm gonna be quiet about that right now. Anyway, besides that, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button to support the channel, support the content provided, and so on and so forth. You'll know when you're subscribed when the red subscribe button turns gray. You'll know when you're notified when the notification button is lit up. And if you have any videos you would like to recommend that I should react to, leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll react to it as soon as possible. And the link to this video will be down in the description below. So be sure to give Food Theory some love and support for the video they made. Other than that, let's start this.
Grubhub lore can't hurt you. It can't hurt you.
What the frick? Is it weird that I feel like I should be concerned?
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Film Theory? What channel is this again? Let me look at the logo in the corner. All right, welcome to Food Theory. Sorry about that, friends. I'm still a bit confused about where this Grubhub cinematic universe fits into.
Yeah, I can understand that.
It is a thing, and it is a thing that we can no longer ignore. See, over the past year, Grubhub has rolled out a series of commercials that are entirely 3D animated. The internet has lost its collective mind over these things, and not in a good way. The bulk of the internet's wrath has been directed at one particular ad called Delivery Dance. It features a
Yeah, I can understand that.
ridiculous dancing, ridiculous bites of salad. Actually, that's my favorite part. Can we just go back and pause it? Yeah, there it is. I mean, come on. What is that face? Forget the bite of 87. The real horror comes from the bite of 2021.
Oh, wait, this was made in 2021? Oh, that was 2 years ago. Oh, damn!
The internet took it a step further and discovered that there is actual lore in these Grubhub commercials. Yep, this is my life. Now, a lot of Grubhub hubbub has been made by the other internet sleuths about the Red World stuff. The strange, sometimes vacuous red space that the characters dance in after they hit their Grubhub. Me, I'm a lot less concerned about that. Personally, that feels like a fair, non-literal filmmaking choice. Same goes for the magical
Yeah.
stars that often appear out of thin air in these commercials. I can even forgive the
Honestly, that kind of actually makes sense. Imaginary money shows the progress of how money works and all that. And all that.
these 15 and 30-second ad spots are way more complex and way more involved than they have any business of being. See,
What do you mean by that?
is this woman who we'll call Milkshake Lady. Milkshake Lady loves ordering food from Grubhub, and she has a photo on her wall with Chicken Sandwich Guy that suggests that they're in a relationship. However, there are a few weird things that jump out. For one, Milkshake Lady and Chicken Sandwich Guy don't appear to live in the same house. Also, there's no ring on either of their fingers. And then there's the fact that she seems to be pregnant not only in the photo, but also in real life. This means that the photo has to be fairly recent. Does this mean that Milkshake Lady is pregnant with Chicken Sandwich Baby? Well, that seems likely, except for the fact that we see him as a toddler in another commercial. The only explanation for this is that Milkshake Lady's scenes must be flashbacks to several years prior, before Chicken Sandwich Baby was born. And this could explain why Chicken Sandwich Guy and Milkshake Lady are never seen in the same room together. 3 years after having a child, Milkshake Lady
Yeah, that would make sense.
and Chicken Sandwich Guy is doing the single dad thing, but he still misses her terribly. And ordering Grubhub takes into a half place, the red place where they can be together again. So yeah, that is some pretty intense world building for a couple of TV commercials. But here's
True.
the added wrinkle of complexity. There is a second picture on Milkshake Lady's wall, and it's of a dog that isn't her dog. That's right, the dog's owner, as established across multiple commercials, is this guy, who was
Uh-huh.
the taco guy. And yet, Milkshake Lady clearly has a connection to the dog. Do I sense a love triangle in the air? Or maybe is it something less juicy? Like Milkshake Lady was the dog's first owner, and then Taco Guy became the dog's owner years later in the present day. Either way, it sure seems like something happened to Milkshake Lady. She isn't in her baby's life, she isn't in her dog's life, and both men seem to be dealing with trauma. Taco Guy just lies around his house all day, and Chicken Sandwich Guy seems to be using the red place in his mind as a crutch to make his life more bearable. If there's some painful event at the
Yeah.
end of this, some reason why Milkshake Lady has disappeared, Grubhub hasn't revealed what it is. Or have they? See, we here at Food Theory, after hours and hours of poring over this source material, believe that we've unearthed something big. Folks, the Grubhub cinematic universe is bigger than you think. Much bigger.
I highly doubt that, but go ahead, tell me.
I did it for the memes, but you know what? I'm not joking anymore. If Grubhub's bewildering 3D animated ad campaign has left you with questions, well, brace yourself for a whole lot of answers, because the GCU actually exists within another, even larger 3D animated universe, that of the Nickelodeon classic series, Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. You'd think that this is just an April Fool's prank, right? But
What? Huh. I haven't heard Jimmy Neutron in years. I don't even remember the last episode I saw. It's been a long time. Kinda missed it, to be honest. I don't even remember the last episode that aired before it just stopped.
obviously, a lot of attention's been paid to the delivery dance ad starring Chicken Sandwich Guy, but I'd like to begin with one of the lesser-known ads starring Taco Guy. When I first saw this ad, I said to myself, Taco Guy looks kind of like Jimmy Neutron all grown up. After all, it's not every day that you see a 3D animated dude with dazzling blue eyes and cartoonishly tall brown hair. Plus, Taco Guy is about the age that Jimmy Neutron would be in the present day, 2 decades after the show graced Nickelodeon's airwaves. But again, this was just a passing random thought I had. There certainly wasn't enough to actually base an entire theory episode around. But then
They have similar faces.
same commercial, bam, I encountered this. Do you see it? Zoom in, enhance, friends. Check out those shirts. If it seems familiar, well, that's
Oh.
Jimmy Neutron shirt. Red t-shirt, atom on the chest, 3 electron orbitals. And that struck me as more than a little odd, because while the atom shirt makes sense on a boy genius whose name is literally Neutron, why are these guys wearing the shirt? Grubhub has nothing to do with atoms. Someone made the very intentional choice to introduce these shirts. Shirts that are, at a minimum, an homage to Jimmy Neutron. In a Grubhub ad that features a character that looks a heck of a lot like a 30-something-year-old version of Jimmy Neutron. But why? Well, I'm thinking that Taco Guy deserves himself a second look. So it's important to note that Taco Guy actually appears in different commercials. In this first one we've been discussing, he appears on screen for just 5 seconds, playing video games and eating tacos that appear out of thin air as if by magic. But Taco Guy also stars in his own 15-second commercial. And it's this second spot that gives us a much better sense of who this guy is as a person, his lifestyle, his interests, and perhaps most importantly, his high-tech, borderline magical cell phone that provides him with tacos instantly at the push of a button. And these tacos can't be overlooked like the decorative diamonds and cash that we talked about earlier. Taco Guy interacts with the tacos. He actually eats them. They are real tacos. Now, keep in mind, this food appearing out of thin air technology is invasive in the Grubhub cinematic universe. Delivery is actually a recurring character across multiple spots, which proves that many people in this world still get their Grubhub delivery the old school way. So a phone that transports real food directly to your home is just as awesome in this universe as it would be in our universe. And it presumably is using
I can't deny that. That would be pretty cool.
Neutron's inventions in his show, like the matter transporter and the teleportation pods. And then there are the robots. I mean, here we have ourselves an adult man who has no fewer than 5 robots on display in his home. Jimmy Neutron, of course, built robots all the time. Even his dog was a robot, for crying out loud. Speaking of which, Taco Guy's dog does seem weirdly intelligent, don't you think? I mean, accidentally ordering tacos tacos for your taco-loving master once is a coincidence, but this dog orders food for his master in multiple commercials. And not only that, but this dog picks out the best deal available each time. That is evidence of reasoning ability. Not to mention
Okay.
understanding of
Yeah, I can kind of see that actually.
that was able to do all that. Jimmy Neutron,
It is strange.
robot dog that was literate and hyper intelligent. And here's the thing, theorists, there are Jimmy Neutron Easter eggs all over Taco Guy's room. The cactus, which is the exact same size and shape as Jimmy Neutron's cactus costume in season 2. The red baseball cap, which Jimmy and his friends sported in season 2 as well. The choice to make the lava lamp glow pink of all colors, which was the go-to color for pretty much any brain power or energy emitting invention that Jimmy Neutron came up with. And as for the well, if you've ever watched the show, you already know that Jimmy Neutron grew up in a taco-loving household like no other.
What do you want for lunch, Hugh?
Yeah, nothing for me. I want to be as hungry as possible for tomorrow's Mucho Carne Fiesta Taco Shack.
I don't want to belabor the point. I think you get it. These two commercials give us plenty of reasons to suspect that Taco Guy is actually Jimmy Neutron all grown up. All right, so let's stop and pop
That's
air here.
crazy, to be honest.
Part of insert current time of video here, analyzing 35 seconds of Grubhub source material. But in my defense, Grubhub went and actively put Jimmy Neutron shirts on their characters. I mean, what else is a theorist supposed to do with that kind of information? And when the puzzle piece
Fair. I can't disagree.
Keep going we shall, theorists, because we've only scratched the surface. Just like you're about to give that subscribe button a scratch, so that way I can deliver to you a new food-related theory video into your subscription feed each and every week, just like Grubhub Delivery Guy. And you can dance around in joy of that new video just like Chicken Sandwich Guy. So do your dance, Chicken Sandwich Guy. Be happy. Now, obviously, we've discussed how Jimmy Neutron is clearly Taco Guy, and how Goddard may or may not be Taco Guy's dog. But what if I told you that the rest of the Jimmy Neutron cast also exists within the Grubhub universe? It would seem unbelievable. It would seem like
A bit, yeah.
April Fool's prank theory video I've ever done. But let me present to you the evidence and leave it for you to judge. Canonically, Jimmy was an 11-year-old boy when Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius hit the scene in 1998. And it's safe to assume that his 6th grade classmates were approximately the same age. So now, 23 years later, Jimmy and his friends would all be solidly in their 30s. Now, there are exactly 7 characters in the GCU around that age. Taco Guy, Salad Lady, Milkshake Lady, Chicken Sandwich Guy, Sidewalk Ginger, and these 2 parents. Every other main character in the Grubhub spots has at least one indicator that they're significantly younger, be it Peanut Head's Letterman jacket, an apartment on a college campus, or the fact that, they're wearing toddler overalls. In 1998, these characters would have been infants, or they wouldn't have been born yet, so we're going to set them aside for now and focus only on the 30-something millennials. Now,
That would make sense. It would make it easy.
you see what I'm getting at here? Theorists, the millennials in the
Wait,
Grubhub
what?
universe perfectly match up
Okay, I can see.
with Neutron.
Okay, I can see how Carl could beat the guy with glasses. And Cindy being the salad lady. And you know what? I'm just gonna let him talk because I need more answers.
Obviously, we've established how Taco Guy is Jimmy Neutron, but what about his best friend, Carl Weezer? I mean, when it comes to classic Nickelodeon characters, this guy is just as iconic as Jimmy's Dairy Queen soft serve head. You can't have Jimmy without Carl. Well, take a minute to look at this guy from the Grubhub commercials, someone I call the Sidewalk Ginger, who is featured in a Grubhub ad when a giant bag falls down from the sky. The skin color, a perfect match, as is the curly red hair and the thick glasses. And well, sure, he's a lot thinner than the childhood Carl. Remember, that's when the character was 11. And for a good look at what Carl would look like as an adult, all we have to do is examine his father's attributes in the show. And what do you know, but he has himself a mustache and a slightly slimmer physique. Ladies and gentlemen, Sidewalk Ginger is none other than adult Carl. One thing that apparently never changed, though, is Carl's knack for dressing like an old man no matter what age he happens to be. Still rocking that questionable fashion there, bud. Let's move on to Salad Lady, who is clearly the grown-up version of Jimmy Neutron's sometimes rival, sometimes love interest, Cindy Vortex. Well, we haven't
Yeah, that was a bit confusing between the two.
cameo in the
Either she liked him, she didn't,
the iconic yellow
or
hair.
it's confusing.
Plus, Cindy Vortex always had an aggressive, competitive hunger about her as a child. I think it's safe to say that aggressive hunger hasn't gone anywhere. Seriously, I cannot get enough of that face. Next, we have ourselves Cindy's best friend, Libby Fulfax, who's in the GCU as a 30-something as well. It's well established in the Nickelodeon show that Libby is a vegetarian. And sure enough, adult Libby orders a salad. Furthermore, we get the sense from the Grubhub ad that adult Libby and her brown-haired, brown-eyed, overweight partner don't exactly get along. This would suggest that Libby wound up in a relationship with the brown-haired, brown-eyed, overweight foreign exchange student that she detested ever since he beat her out of her Volby Stroganovsky, which brings us to the final character from the Jimmy Neutron.
I actually forgot about him. Huh. I actually forgot about this character. That's so weird. I could forget about him.
Who is none other than the meme himself, chicken sandwich guy, Boogie Dad. Physically, both characters are Latino with dark hair, brown eyes, and soft to non-existent chins. But their personalities match up as well. Sheen was an eccentric kid to say the least, and that same eccentricity is there in Adele Sheen's fashion and dancing. Okay, so this one is admittedly a bit more of a stretch than the others because
A bit, yeah.
with the curly hair, which we never really get to see on Sheen, but just like his buddy Carl, it's possible Sheen has also taken on his father's body type, a top-heavy body type with a very rounded head. The body shapes, actually, when you look at it from that context, are almost a perfect match. Call it a series of complete coincidences if you like, but the fact of the matter is this: every single character from the Jimmy Neutron title card has multiple undeniable similarities
Okay.
to the corresponding GCU character. Pile all of that
Then who's Milkshake Girl?
shirt makes multiple cameos in the GCU for no apparent reason, and I feel the case is pretty airtight. Theorists, the Grubhub cinematic universe isn't merely linked to the Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius universe, it is the Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius universe. All that supernatural activity surrounding Grubhub isn't magic or witchcraft, that's what technology is capable of when wielded by Jimmy Neutron after a couple additional decades of wisdom under his belt. So this gives us a ton of backstory on the Grubhub characters that we didn't have before, and it allows us to answer a bunch of the questions that are still lingering. Beginning with the biggie, how does Milkshake Lady fit into this unofficial revival of Jimmy Neutron? After all, there was no parallel for her in the show. Betty Quinlan, Jimmy's crush, comes close, but she has a mole and different colored eyes, so no good. The answer to this is kind of simple, though. Milkshake Lady just wasn't on the original Nickelodeon show. She's a new character that Grubhub introduced, and for good reason, they needed someone to kill off. I believe that they had a gigantic Grubhub bag crush Milkshake
Oh.
shortly after she gave birth to Sheen's baby. Yeah, I know this sounds dark and insane, and you hate the idea that your third favorite Nickelodeon show growing up was taken in this direction. Just remember,
Third.
there's a reason this theory is happening, okay? Grubhub didn't have to put Jimmy Neutron's shirt.
Well, technically, yeah.
They did this, and not me. I am just
It's tied with
bad news.
Very Odd Parents, to be honest.
Here's what the accumulated
Second favorite was Danny Phantom.
Grubhub's actual lore. More than 3
One was SpongeBob. You could really just see SpongeBob, and then,
Jimmy Neutron formed a Jimmy's dog, but her relationship with Jimmy didn't work out. The once promising boy genius had grown bored with life and was squandering his talents on video games and high-tech food delivery solutions that allowed him to play more video games without interruption. Grubhub was Jimmy Neutron's contribution to the world, and it was his creation that would ultimately kill the only woman he ever loved. Milkshake Lady got to keep Goddard in the breakup, then began a romantic relationship with Sheen Estevez. In time, Milkshake Lady got pregnant and gave birth to a beautiful and expressive baby boy. Life was good, at least it was, until Milkshake Lady was killed by a Grubhub bag while taking Goddard for a walk. And I'm not talking about the bag that Carl Weezer witnessed, mind you. That bag landed on a city street and we could barely see it land on anyone. This is the bag that killed Milkshake Lady on a grassy patch where she had let Goddard off the leash to frolic about. While there's no actual footage of the incident that took her life, there is footage of the immediate aftermath. You'll notice everyone in town is distracted by the fireworks. No one noticed that the bag fell on top of Milkshake Lady. No one except Goddard the dog. You see him run up to the bag and start to bark, trying to alert the people around him to the plight of his master, but no one pays him any mind until it's too late. Milkshake Lady is dead. Sheen took her death particularly hard. To this day, even the mere thought of Grubhub reminds him of her. Not that he cares, as that mental red place is the only way that he can be with her once again. Sheen still holds his childhood best friend responsible for her death, as evidenced by the fact that Jimmy is conspicuously absent from the dance parties held in Sheen's mind. After all, it was Jimmy's that
makes
brought
sense.
Grubhub technology to their community in the first place. As for Jimmy, the death of Milkshake Lady, Milk shook him into turning his life around, just like she always wanted him to do. As a result, Jimmy started a school to educate the next generation of boy and girl geniuses. That's why there are so many young student-age characters populating the Grubhub ads, and why so many of them are wearing the Red Atom shirt, the logo of Jimmy's school. So friends, there you have it. In recent years, there have been rumors whizzing around the internet about Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius returning to TV. To you that not only are the rumors
I mean,
true, but the Jimmy Neutron revival has already happened in the form of 3D animated Grubhub commercials. And what's most shocking to me is that I actually kind of like where Grubhub's Jimmy Neutron revival's headed. Honestly, I think it's got some legs. Weird, rubbery legs with
Hmm.
no knee joints. But hey,
That's interesting.
I mean, a food theory. And bon appetit. Theorists, thanks for
Yeah, that's a good question. Is this technically a food theory or like a film theory? I mean, it's about food, but let's be honest.
I promise we actually talk about food most of the time. But occasionally we get a bit wacky with food-related characters and shows, like we did today. If you haven't seen our episode on
It might be due fear, food theory
cooking on that one right now. Spoiler alert, the Kool-Aid Man
due to the food there.
Marvel supervillain. Am I being serious?
But
Oh, yeah.
trailers don't really count. Yeah, trailers don't really count. And all that. So that leaves kind of a big question here and there. But yeah, this being like the revival of Jimmy Neutron, it honestly does sound very interesting. Even though it technically would be my third favorite cartoon from back then, second, tied with, the Very Odd Parents. I just really can't hate Danny Phantom and SpongeBob. Well, the newer SpongeBob can be a bit questionable, but the fact that it now has lore just makes it a bit more interesting, actually. But yeah, when it comes to Nickelodeon, that would technically be my top three. I don't know. Any other TV show that was a cartoon didn't really interest me as much as those four. So that's why I say it like that. But yeah, this was an interesting development. Anyway, the fact that Jimmy Neutron's going to be coming back, I like it, but I'm also worried. Because so far from what I've seen with revival series of old cartoons, it either tries to make it like baby version, or does something that can just like ruin the whole continuity in a whole way. At least that's my opinion on the situation. So, crossing my fingers for something better. But onto the Grubhub thing, and not the whole Jimmy Neutron thing. Even though technically, if this theory is right, then they are connected. Right here at the end, Milkshake Lady gets killed. Damn, that's dark. You wouldn't expect that from like a food commercial, but I guess apparently it is. So that's something to really note. But I can see how this all would fit together. I could see it with all these details how it would fit. And it's not a bad one. It's not a bad revival to bring in mention of Jimmy Neutron characters. It'd be pretty interesting, even if it's just like this one special episode and that's it of Jimmy Neutron. Not a revival series, but like a one like an 1 hour film or something like that that's centered around this universe if it is true. That would be pretty cool, and I'm okay with that. Better than a series that that someone would think, hey, it would be better to do babies, like make them babies or make them like small animated 3D cartoons like they did with Teen Titans Go and uh, told Trauma Rama. Honestly, it makes me weary. It makes me nervous. Okay, it just makes me nervous because remaster versions where they try to remake something or anything like that just has been more 50-50. There has been very much been good ones here and there, but I don't know, it just makes me worried. But yeah, and all this, that's what I have to say about my take on all this. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button to support the channel, support the content provided, and so on and so forth. Hit the notification button, be notified immediately when a new video comes out. The link to this video will be down in the description below. And tell me your thoughts about this food theory in the comment section below. And what's your take on Jimmy Neutron? Where would you put it on your favorites in the whole Nickelodeon cartoon stuff? Because I say it's third. I can't dislike Danny Phantom and SpongeBob. Because they're at where they're at because of nostalgia and because, I don't know, SpongeBob's just a bit more biased because I've seen that one longer than any other Nickelodeon cartoon. And for Danny Phantom, that one just seems like the coolest thing I would have ever seen when it came to Nickelodeon at the time. I mean, finding Ghost. Freaking awesome. Epic battles, you know, all that good stuff. That's why I put, like, Jimmy Neutron third with Fairy Odd Parents. I like them both evenly, but I don't hate them either. Basically, I don't like one more than the other. They have something that the other lacked. One was, like, magic, and the other was being a super genius that could do anything if you put his mind to. And I guess the child in me back then thought it was all complicated, while the other one was a bit more simple. Yet, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to go into a long rant about that. Anyway, hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.